guys. We're back. This is our last post-match call-in show, reaction show of the Premier League season, guys. And let's just get this out of the way with. I'm going to congratulate Manchester City for winning the Premier League. They are the best team in the league this season, and they deserve their Premier League. I'm not a bitter Liverpool fan. We had a great season, finishing runners-up in the league this season. 92 points. It's hard that we got to remember at the beginning of the season, all the talk was about Manchester City and Chelsea Football Club, with Man United thrown in there for a little garnish. You know, no one spoke about Liverpool. People said Liverpool wouldn't even get into top four. We'll struggle to get fourth because we only bought Konate in the summer. This team has made me super proud. I've never been prouder to be a Liverpool fan in my life, and I don't care what any other fan base says. At the end of the day, we're the only team in this damn league that can compete with Manchester City. Where are you, United? Where are you, Chelsea? Where are you, Arsenal? Where are you, Spurs? Time to wake up. Time to wake up, get yourself sorted out, because Liverpool at this moment in time are the only damn team that can compete with Manchester City. So I don't want to hear it from rivals. I went on a football terrace earlier today. So after the game finished, I did the video, I got the video set up, went on the terrace, having a little listen to what they're saying. Chelsea fans, what are Chelsea fans' problems? Why are Chelsea fans coming at Liverpool? What's all this shit I hear from Chelsea fans? Can someone explain it, please? I don't understand why Chelsea fans are giving us bullshit. I heard Chelsea fans, Anita on the football terrace, obviously she's big in the game now. She works on Sky Sports as well. She's a big broadcaster now. Used to be a YouTuber, used to be massive, but you know, she's on Sky Sports now. You see her a lot, big Chelsea fan. This is what she said, if Cahill was fit, Chilwell, if Chilwell was fit, it would have been Chelsea City going for the league this season, not Liverpool. Chilwell. So Liverpool finished 18 points. 18 points in front of Chelsea. Chilwell's that good that he would have made 18 points up. Are you having a giggle? Are you having a giggle? Man City undoubtedly are the best team in the league this season and deserve being Premier League champions. I've got no problem with Manchester City. I really haven't. My problem is with Chelsea Football Club. I don't understand why Chelsea Football Club are coming at us. I really don't. I don't get it. It does my absolute head in. You know, Man United and Arsenal fans, they're not talking at the moment because they can't talk. Tottenham fans are piping up a bit as well, which I don't get. Chill. You finished third on 71 points. Yes, Son got joint top goal scorer with Salah. Okay, Son's a quality player. We get it. He's a very good player. Diamond of a footballer. But chill a bit, yeah? You're 71 points. You know, we finished 22 points in front of you. Like, the only team that can talk to Liverpool and the only team that Liverpool can talk to is Man City, and the other way around. Man City and Liverpool, the only two teams that can talk to each other and have a little back and forth with each other in this Premier League. Everyone else is behind us, miles behind, you know, licking their wounds, ready to go next season. Leave it out. Leave it out. I don't actually mind City having their say because City won the Premier League. No. So I don't mind it. I don't mind if City fans come into the chat today and, you know, sing their songs and have a say because I don't mind it. The reason is they won the Premier League. So big up to them. If they want to do that, come in, have your say. I'm all good for it. When I open the phone lines, if you want to call in, have your say, sing your City songs, go for it. You won the Premier League. You can talk to us. We can talk to you. But Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal and Spurs, go and lick your wounds. Yeah, go away. You can't talk to Liverpool, Man City. You just can't. And Chelsea fans coming at Liverpool, I don't get it. Just go away. All right, let's get to the chats and then go open the phone lines, guys, and get you guys in. Pablo, all right, Jamie, today you was killed a piece of me. Pablo, it's cool, man. I won't be here for the show. Don't think I can handle two shows. I'm going to call in an early night. We move to Paris and win 7, inshallah. Big up for you. Take all this bad energy from the whole league into the final and win it. Just want to thank you, mate, for streaming this year too, Jamie. Oh, big up to you. Big up, Sabiri. Hold the tears for Bears, guys. We're moving on to treble opportunity. Yeah, big up, Edward. I'm more gutted about Thiago right now, to be honest. We need him from Madrid. Yeah, we're going to get into that, Eddie. Eddie, I just called you Eddie. Edward, sorry. Edward. Big up Jamie. You're big up John. And congratulate City. We go again. Yeah, exactly. To be 13 points behind City back in January and now finish 1 point behind them is incredible. What a season. I'm proud of the team. We go again next season. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Big up. Edward P, I think we'll be fine without him. Do you hear what the terrorist has said? Yeah, I have. I can't stand the terrorist. Oh, I like the terrorists. Some of them Chelsea fans are idiotic. Blue Moon, there you go. City fans singing "You Standing Alone." It's a tune. I'll give you that. I don't mind City fans coming in and having their say, guys. They won the Premier League. You know, City and Liverpool can talk to each other. I don't mind that. A bit of friendly banter between City fans. I really don't mind that. Chelsea fans and Man United fans, that's not friendly banter. You're just you're bitter and finding horrible ways to make yourself feel better. Big up, Jamie. I'm not congratulating City Sports watching that finals. Look, I understand that, but at the end of the day, they're still the better team in the league. Without a dream in my heart, don't waste your breath in themselves, TCC. Big up the City fans. I'm not going to ban you or anything like that. And rivals won't want a wing. Open, come on, open your eyes. City, Blue Moon. Zabiri, no, man. With Fab and Thiago, I had it as a 55-45% game for us with those two, especially Thiago over 70-30 for Real. Jesus Christ. Rivals can't chat to us, yeah. Destination football, gang is savaging. Seamus rival fans, City fans only I'll take shit from, and I don't know any others. Have a look closer at home. Your problems are mounting up. Yeah, exactly. But Mo is that good. He got both the Playmaker Award and Golden Boot. Yeah, Mo's a legendary. Mo's great. Drake, great season for Liverpool still. City, Liverpool, two monster teams. One has to bound to fall short. Yeah, exactly. We moved Jamie. I wonder how stupid they'll look if we ignore Pulisic, Werner, Havertz, and Lukaku. Needed a fullback to help out. Yeah, exactly. Zabiri. Have your say, but stop spamming, please. Yeah. No spamming the chat, guys. No spamming the chat. Right, there's loads of comments. I'm just going to get the guys in. So I'm going to put the link in for everyone to join up, and then I'll get back to the chat. John Conway in the house. Big up, your man. Okay, good evening, everyone. Big up, Mohammed. Jamie, unlucky, mate. Gutted for the Cardiff City. Got to the. They can run and jump, mate. Yeah, big up. Man United worst season. Yeah, Man United were terrible. Arsenal beat, fifth. Edward beat. Yeah, Fab is a big miss, but Hendo can sacrifice. That's for Thiago. Might be a rare, but Bobby is a deep playmaker. Jamie, yeah, the terrace is called Terry. Yeah, Terry in that court. I understand what the football terrace does. You know, it's a banter show. That's what it is. That's what they do. It's a football banter show, basically. And they're very, very good at it. But I'm all for banter. I love football banter. Football banter is brilliant. I do love football banter. But sometimes things go a bit too far, and it can get a bit silly. It can get a bit silly. Unintelligent banter is what I hate. Unintelligent banter. If you got intelligent football views, bring it in. Hi, Daffy. Savage. You know what, man?
How are you, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm actually all right. You know, I'm actually all right. Tottenham has top four. Yes, they do. They're doing good. I'm actually all right. You know? I'm actually all right. Oh, who's got echo? Someone's got echo. Look how big we are. We made United fans see cry that we did. It's West Ham's loss. Yeah, poor West Ham. I felt for them today. Do you watch the Terrace, Jamie? Terry's a decent guy. Yeah, I don't mind the Terrace. Don't get me wrong, but you know, there's some unintelligent football chat, and that's what does my head in. Big up Siberia. Hope you're well, mate. Says John. Brighton saved Man United season to finish sixth. Miss J Story faves in the house. League. It's deja vu, Jamie. Last time we finished, we won. Yeah, we won the league. Right, guys, let's get you rods in and we can talk. And cleanse. So, how is everybody? How's everyone doing today? Savage, you good, my friend?
I'm all right, man.
Yeah, man, good.
Just looking at Edward. Edward's had a clean shave.
I have, yeah.
Looking clean.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I needed it. Yeah,
Go on, Savage. No, Edward, sorry.
yeah, as I said in the chat, just, I've been more despondent if we hadn't won and City, as it was during the game, if City hadn't won, we hadn't won. As it is, City won their game, so it was relevant in the end how we did. And in the end, I'm more gutted about Thiago missing out on the final because I think that kills us if he misses out.
We're not sure yet.
Well, it's a hamstring. I don't know.
But
in 2018, we lost Madrid not just because of Karius, but because our midfield was totally inept against their technical
I don't know about that.
No, it was.
I don't know about that. I think we dominated Real Madrid till Karius messed up.
No. Well, it's our opinion, but we had hard workers, but we couldn't match their technical proficiency. And in Thiago and Fabinho, we definitely can. And so, without those two, we're going to have to go back to our other midfielders who aren't on the same technical level. So that's what's making me more despondent looking ahead to that game rather than losing out how we lost out today. I mean, I can get over that because Man City eventually won. But if Man City, if we, as I said, if it was us us drawing the game or losing the game and City drawing losing, then that would have been much worse to take, obviously.
And I'll get that. Who's having some housework done? I can hear sawing and.
No, it's outside. Yes, I've got the window open. I'm going to shut. Yeah, I've got the window open. I've got the window open. I'm going to shut the window. I'm going to shut the window in a minute.
Who's got the drill out?
You know what I mean? Let me shut the window. Let me shut the window.
Go on, man. Savage has come to you first. If you're right, be my man. How you feeling? That's nice.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I feel it's a weird feeling because I'm not upset by anything the team's done. I think they've done the most they could have done. I feel like Man City obviously deserve the title, and they won it, so they deserve it. I don't really like how childish it gets where we lose and then all of a sudden it's everything sports washing and all this business. Like we lost in it. Like what? Like if we won the title today, no one would be coming on talking about Man City cheating or any of this business. They won the game. In fact, I wouldn't forget about that. I would forget about Villa as well, because if you take it away from the fact that they were playing against that, it was for the title, and no one would have cared if Villa had lost. In fact, everyone would have said, "Well done, Villa," but you just lost in the end. If this was earlier in the season, no one would have cared. So it's nothing to do with Aston Villa. Villa done Villa stuff, and for where they are in the table and how they've played all season, that's the result. What should have happened? Of course, it's embarrassing for their point of view, but that's for their fan base that they let somebody come back in and win 3-2. Now the game's over. It's got nothing to do with us. I've seen too much online with all this Steven Gerrard taking off Coutinho was a problem. Bro, there was 2-0. That's what everyone does. You win 2-0, you've got all your attackers on the pitch. You take him off because he can't last all game anyway.
Coutinho was dead at that point.
He was dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He done
but
the whole scenario that everyone was speaking about. What was that?
Sorry, Savage. I think what should have happened, if you took off Coutinho, there was no point in putting him on that guy Miles Wamba, because he's crap. You know what I mean? If it was me, right, what he should have done, you take Coutinho off. You take Coutinho off because he's knackered. Yeah. You put on Danny Ines. You put Danny Ines on like for like. You can't put on Miranda or anything because he's not.
Why would you?
Hold on, big man, hold on. What I'm trying to say, it's not coincidental at the end of the day. As soon as you put this fella on and everything that was supposed to save the day and everything that, right?
Okay.
In 4 minutes at the day, 4 minutes they score. Yeah, another 4 minutes. 2 minutes after
Okay.
that, they get a next goal. They get next goal and that. He's 2-2. Then Gundogan scores. You know what I mean? It's because at the end of the day that geezer that he
Okay.
put on. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not the fact of changes. This geezer he's put on and everything. This fella he's put on. He's crap. He's rubbish. Any
Rod.
other day of the season, he is rubbish.
But you wouldn't have said this.
Rod,
I've watched him all season. You wouldn't have. You wouldn't have. Okay, Rod. Let me finish, and then you can have your say, Rod. If this game,
all right, go on.
If this match between Villa and Man City was 5 games ago and not the last game of the season with 1 point, and they took off Coutinho, you would not be as angry as you are now. There's no way. Because if that's the case, then have the same energy for West Ham, have the same energy for Wolves. Wolves were winning the game against Man City. They lost 5-1. West Ham were winning 2-0. They lost the game as well. Newcastle went to sleep and they won today. So everyone's piling on Villa. Listen, I'm from Birmingham. I hate Aston Villa, but everyone piling on Villa for losing against Man City is the most pointless. Man City, Villa didn't lose us the league. Man City won the league. And I'll tell you why they won the league, because everyone we were praising ourselves saying we came back from 14 points. That's fine. We didn't come back from 14 points and then go top of the table. We came back from 14 points and then ended up level with City by 1 point behind. Then we didn't beat Tottenham. There's plenty of games throughout the season. I've got there's plenty of games out the season where we lost 2 games and then we drew like not 8 games this season. And there's loads of games where we were winning 2-0 and teams came back in. Brentford and Brighton came back against us. We was destroying Chelsea for the first 20 minutes. Kovacic scores a banger, then we fall apart. Yeah. So there's all these different things throughout the season. Everyone can pick from all the results I've just said, the 2 losses and the 8 draws, and you can take your pick because we only lost by 1 point. So you can go and pick whatever game you want and say that's why we lost the title. Personally, for me, because it's so tight between Man City and Liverpool, the first thing we have to have in our heads is beat Man City in one of the games. Beat Man City in one of the games, maybe our home game. We didn't, so that's fine. We didn't beat them. Okay, beat the teams in the top 6. Go and look through the rest of the seasons, which I did straight as soon as the game finished. Go and look at the rest of the seasons. Forget last season, all the seasons when we finished a point behind Man City, and look at the games head to head with everyone in the top 6. Most of the seasons, we beat everyone at least once. This season, we drew with Tottenham twice, Chelsea twice, and Man City twice. That's the top 4. So, we shouldn't have lost points against the other teams and stuff like that. And everyone's throwing, well, there was a Rodri handball against Everton. Okay, Everton had to score the penalty though. So that's not, you know what I mean? There's all these different narratives. It's pointless. So getting mad at Villa, saying the guy's trash, he might be trash, but there's about 9 of them on the pitch who were trash before he came on. They're all terrible. Yeah. That game, Villa wasn't playing good. 72 possession to Man City. It's just one of those things. And obviously for Gerrard, everyone's got to take the fairy tale out of their head now. The game's over. Gerrard has a job to do as a Villa manager. He has how many fouls? Villa's a massive club, you know. He's got how many 1,000 Villa fans wanting him to win a game. So he's not just doing it for Liverpool in the first place. He didn't take Coutinho off to punish us. In that moment, he doesn't care. He's trying to manage his team. That guy you're talking about, Gerrard sees him every day in training. So this is the reason why he brought him on the pitch. Just like when we don't like certain players that Klopp brings on. Why is Klopp bringing on Milner, everyone says? And then he has 3 great games, but some of the times he's not good enough to bring on. Taki's had a great season, but before, when he's bringing Taki on, no one's saying anything. They brought Origi on before, and he's not done anything, but he scored in big moments. So there's the narrative of like him taking that guy off and bringing on. If we were winning 2-0 against Man City, and we were going to shore up, you would bring on a defensive player instead of an attacker. I wouldn't bring, if we had 3 attackers on, Diaz, Mane, and Salah, and then we were winning 2-0 against Man City, I wouldn't bring Jota on. I wouldn't bring him on. I would just try and defend up. So my thing is, he took him off. Let's defend. And Man City done Man City things, and it's proven that Man City do Man City things because every single game, apart from Real Madrid, if they've been down, they've won the game. Every single game. Villa's trash. Look at the goals. One of them, I don't understand how the keeper didn't save it. The other one, Tyrone Mings, it was whatever it is. Shit, bro. It's what it is, man. I know everyone's hurt.
You
Man,
got beat, man. But everyone said, General, everyone said no. I'm not hurt about the sort of like us losing the game. I'm not hurt about that. What I'm saying is that the day, even if you go back as far back as a Man City game and everything now, I said from back then, because I was in Germany watching that game and everything now, and I had a conversation with my brother. I said at the day they should not have paid Milner at right back, because what they was doing in that game, they was just attacking the Milner side. They're constantly attacking Milner side in front, when they knew at the day Milner couldn't sort of like obviously get back there quick enough and this and that. I said at the day, sort of like, what you doing it for? You play Nico Williams. If Thing wasn't available, if Trent wasn't available because he was injured, you play Nico Williams and that. And you say to Nico Williams and that, anywhere Foden goes and that, you go. If he takes a piss, you go as well. You go anywhere that he goes and that. So that game and that sort of like, to me at the day, right, he should have played sort of like he should have played Nico Williams. I agree with that. Yeah. I agree with the fact that today we drew with certain games and everything. That's not the issue. The issue is and everything that is at the end of the day, right? There was no point in that in the day. You're 2-0 up and everything. You was doing all right. I watched the game. You was doing all right. You weren't doing the best, but you was doing all right. And everything that. Yeah. There was no point in putting on Mwamba at the end of the day. Take like Coutinho and putting on Mwamba and everything. Go like for like. Show some intent. Go like for like. Put on like Danny Ings and everything, and he could partner sort of like Ollie Watkins and everything that, and these you might be able to get a goal. But the fact was, right. You put on.
Rod, you're right.
Hold on.
Why?
Hold on. Big man. Hold on. What I'm trying to say, you put on Mwamba in the day, right? And you've lost 3 goals in 8 minutes and everything that. Then you decide at the end of the day to put on Danny Ings at the day when it's too late. Do you know what I mean? It's not be funny in the day, right? It's like not be funny. It's mismanagement. It's mismanagement of the game. In fact, at the end of the day, right, it was always going to be at the end of the day a hard thing for Liverpool to win the title. It was always going to be hard. I've got no doubt about that and everything that. And personally today and everything that, I probably, if you ask me honestly, I wasn't expecting to win the league today. I wasn't expecting us to win the league as well. Because I thought at the end of the day that Man City was going to come out and everything that and literally blow sort of like Aston Villa away, like they did with Wolves and everything. I even said the Wolves and everything. Now I was even cussing about that game when they got they blew Wolves away and everything. I was cussing. I thought, Leeds, fix up yourself, man. What happened to you? How can you equalise and everything and let them roll over you and everything? Even when Newcastle lost against them, Newcastle bent right over. I was screwing about that. But the fact was that everything that right is this and today and the day, Steven Gerrard got it wrong. He got it wrong and everything that. And that's the only thing to it and everything that. And had he have got it right, we could be talking about something else now. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's my point of that, because at the end of the day, it was a tall order.
But you're speaking from a Liverpool fan's point of view on Aston Villa. On like the reason why you think that Gerrard's mismanaged them is because you're a Liverpool fan and you wanted the result. But like, if you asked the Villa fan and it wasn't this game of the season, take away that it was Liverpool and you asked the Villa fan, if you go up 2-0 ahead against Man City, do you want your manager to keep attacking? They're all going to say no, because no one trusts themselves against Man City. They know that at some point in that game, Man City is going to turn it on and then try go for them. Now, you're probably right. It might have been a better tactic to go head-to-head with Man City. But most people... You tell everybody to get back in the ball. You tell everybody... Most people don't... Most people today is get behind the ball. Get behind the ball. It doesn't work with... Most football clubs, it doesn't work with when you go head-to-head with Man City. It's actually like a statistical fact. Most teams that go head-to-head with Man City, it doesn't work against that. The only team I've seen do it this season is Tottenham. And then Real Madrid for 2 minutes.
I can see it from both sides of the argument.
Carry on,
I can see I agree with both of your points. I agree with that. I think he was in today's game. I think you could see that taking it's normally the case when you're up against City and take an attacking player off, like to give Coutinho. If you do put a defensive player on, that means you're going to defend more deep and deep and deep.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Allows more pressure on giving City the ball, giving them pressure.
Yeah.
However, I do agree with you, Savage, in the respect that, of course, I mean, normally when you put 11 men behind the ball in normal situations,
Yeah, yeah.
it's about game management. And
Yeah, yeah.
unfortunately for us, Villa didn't manage the game properly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2-0 up. But I agree that
Mm.
it shouldn't necessarily just put a defender on for Coutinho. What
Yeah.
you should have done is keep it as it was in terms of get someone who can use the ball in the field,
Yeah.
taking the field up instead of dropping deep and getting the pressure on.
Fighting
The
pressure.
Yeah,
defense.
you're right. You do invite pressure when you drop deep against Man City, but I just think I think most people are petrified of Man City. Like
I
at some
agree,
point,
but I also
Yeah.
disagree that Villa bottled it or Gerrard bottled it. I mean, that was a perfect game plan up until.
yeah.
And can't really ask for more than.
Yeah, because West Ham done the same thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it ended in a draw, but I'll be thinking that's probably what Gerrard was thinking. It's going to be like what West Ham did. Because even me, when I seen it was 2-0, I was kind of expecting Man City to get back into the game, but I thought they might run out of time. I didn't expect the goals to be that close to each other, but I thought if they get back in the game, at least Villa's got the cushion. Because when it was 1-0, I was like, City's going to come back and they're going to mess Villa up now. When I seen 2, I was like, okay, they're going to get 2 goals back. It's going to run out of time. It's going to be a draw. They're going to park the bus. But when I think of Villa's defense, even before this game, it's the one defense when I'm like, yeah, they're going to crumble. And the goals were sloppy, to be honest. But yeah, let everyone else speak.
Right, guys. I understand all your arguments and all that, and we can go through. Look, I'm doing a video next week where we can really detail the Premier League season, so we can go into all that sort of stuff a bit more next week. But I just want to hear Zabiri's side of the game now. Let's get Zabiri's side of the game.
You guys hear me good?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think I went in it the best compared to Savage and Raj. Raj, pick up yourself. Edward, where you at? You in London, Edward? I'm seeing you sending pounds out there. No, the game was good. It was a good game. Typical Liverpool game. Go 1-0 down within 5 minutes. That's standard now. I think that's standard chart.
Yeah.
I was never worried. I think the issue with this game, and I didn't like it. The moment I saw a 10-game playing at the same time, I'm like, this is not healthy for no fan.
Yeah.
Whether it's the bottom 3 or the top 2.
Yeah.
That's not healthy for nobody. And you see the cause of it. I'm sweating. I'm drunk. I was drunk at like 7 this morning. So I went into it great. The game is good. It was a good game. The fact that we're doing a player rating and talking about Villa for so long just shows you how much stress playing 10 games at the same time. There's a bunch of problems we can nitpick at the season.
Yeah.
But to put that Villa on the last day, that's not one of them. I would not have Villa as one of them. I will be honest. Seeing them 2-0 up was great.
Yeah, it was.
Conceding 3 goals in like 5-6 minutes was not great.
Nah, disgusting, man.
Yeah, I will not dissect that because at the same time, big picture, you got to look.
Yeah, exactly.
First season in the Prem. Would he look back at that moment, not for us, but for him as manager, and said, "I might have got that one wrong."
Yeah, he'll learn from it, man.
Not for us. Like, did him a favor
as a manager.
Where it's a learning moment for me. We want to have moments like this.
Yeah.
So when he does come,
he's already got that system in it.
That's already out of his system. So I won't even focus on Villa. But what I will focus on is teams don't fight City till the end the way they fight at the end.
Yeah.
Thing I have a problem with. But as far as our game was concerned, I think we need to dial in on these players' focus. On big occasion, they look a little shaky. Not that they are, that way. Because there was a point in the game, everything was being forced, but all of a sudden we come away from the game 3-1.
Yeah.
The scoreline doesn't go there in our facing during the game, but we need to work on that, I think, a little bit more. But other than that, it was a great game. I was drunk, I was happy, I was enjoying
I agree.
The Villa notification when it says 2-0 done, I actually pinned that to my phone. I was jumping out of Jamie's chat, saying, and I was just bouncing around, and I'm like, man, this is great. this is it. You know, I already booked my ticket for London. Kevin, no, I'm not in London yet, but I will be soon. I
Come
can't
on.
make it.
Have a link, come on, we have a link.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. I want to see a lot of you guys, man. It's kind of the reason why I did this, so that way I could have always came to London and did this thing, but I didn't want it to be where, you know, I was just out there by myself, not really comfortable. But now that I've talked to a lot of you guys, I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable, and I'll be looking for all of you guys.
Come on.
You're in London now, but I'll be looking.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Only,
Come on now.
So that's what I think about the game. It was a great game. I won't let Steven Gerrard learning moment or Aston Villa is not good defensively. I'm not even.
They're terrible, bro. They're terrible.
So
the thing is,
I think it's actually a masterclass because the fact that Gerrard was like, "Hey, maybe I need an extra defender or more deal." It's not a bad shout. He knows the capacity of his team, so they actually needed that. They didn't need Coutinho anymore.
Yeah.
They didn't. They only got 45 minutes in them. I've been watching Villa ever since Steven Gerrard took over.
He's been tired, man.
I'm like 25% Villa fan. So this was great. I was just enjoying it while you guys debate back and forth about Villa. But I think he needed that change. Whether it was the moment for it or not, don't know. I don't even know the guy he brought on because I don't really follow him as much.
Yeah.
But he was not the guy for that game. But I won't blame him. But they need to be more defensively. But Villa is not good.
Zabiri, I'd say that like if this wasn't a penultimate game where Man City needed to win to just get the title, and this was like 12 games ago, Villa would have got the result in the game. Man City wouldn't have tried like they did today. But I agree.
All the teams don't fight them till 95th minute. They fight until they are like equal, and then they're like, all right, they're gonna get it. So that's how they are.
Yeah.
You know? Liverpool 1-0 up. They're throwing kitchen sink.
You know what that is, Zabiri? That's honestly that's Pep Guardiola's tactics. You know, it's because
I know.
Yeah, when you watch that Barcelona, Jamie, when you watch that Barcelona team from 2011, they pass you off the park so much and they press as a pack so much that after a bit you're like, I'm not going to get through this. Where because we play the high line and we catch so many people offside, it gives you mentally. I've done it playing football. Like I played at a high level. Like mentally, if I can keep getting through this, even though I'm offside, I'm catching you. I'm on the last man. We start getting riled up. We're like, you know what? They're leaving gaps, even though. You can see on Van Dijk and that's face is like, big man, I've got you offside here. But it still gives you, when you can't get the ball off someone and you're just running around and they're just passing the ball, they just give up, man. But you are right. The people should fight a little bit more because it's embarrassing from their point of view as well. Yeah.
Villa was not the right team for this moment. Villa is not good defensively. And then to be up against a Man City team, it was... For them to be 2-0 up was the worst thing that can happen to us as Liverpool.
It was a bit.
Even if they had won 2-0, I'm telling you, them just being 2-0 up.
Yeah, agree.
It's the worst part of the day.
What I will say, look, I don't blame Villa for anything. Look, at the end of the day, Villa, look, they played a really good game, and I was watching the game because I had a split. I had two screens, so I'm watching both games doing the watch on. By the way, why am I watching? Whoa, someone's got an echo. I was doing my watch along and it was my most successful video I've ever done. 11,000 views.
Wow.
And 600 likes. So
really?
Hard work, man.
Big up to everyone who came into that watch along for it was amazing. But that City game, it was, look, Villa, I thought tactics was spot on from minute 1 to when City basically. Hang on, just go put guys on mute. There. So, there we go. I think it's Rods. Yeah. Sorry, Rods. We can hear a lot of noise. City were running out. City didn't know what to do. They were running out of ideas for that first 60 minutes. Mode. They're in panic mode. They were still playing the same way. That's what I do like about City. They play the same way no matter what, because they know eventually they'll tie your legs out. And when Villa made their substitutions, to be fair to Gerrard and that, he's got no one to bring on. It's not he had his best team on the pitch. His depth in quality is shocking.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And you need to take players off. He can't put Coutinho on for 90 minutes. Coutinho would have been in a wheelchair after that game. The man can't run anymore. You know, after an hour, Coutinho's done. He's the 60-minute man. That is what Coutinho is
Yeah, 100%.
50 minutes, and after that, Coutinho's done.
Yeah.
That's why I always said Coutinho's finished at the elite level. That's why he signed for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah, defenders. Look, Ollie Watkins could have made that game 3-0. He went 1-on-1 with the keeper.
Oh,
and completely messed up. And Ollie Watkins is just not a very good footballer. That's not Stevie Gerrard's fault. He's only got Ollie Watkins or Danny Ings to choose from. Ollie Watkins went on 1-on-1. And look, at the end of the day, Ollie Watkins was the right choice to play up front in that game because it worked. Went on 1-on-1, didn't finish his dinner.
Yeah.
Could have been 3-0. At that time, I think we were in the league, so I don't think Man City would have scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
So I think we were one. But I'm not blaming Villa. At the end of the day, Liverpool were 14 points behind Man City for a reason. You know, we are up there with City, but we're the only team. This annoys me. The rest of the league need to wake up. The rest of the league need to wake up. Because every time City win a title, apart from last season, it's like Liverpool, the only ones in the Klopp and Pep era. Liverpool look like the only ones who can get anywhere near City. Anywhere near.
Yeah.
It's now 92 points plus to win a Premier League to win the Premier League now. That's mental. I don't think people understand how mental that is. You have basically got to lose no more than 3 games, no more than 5, and win everything else.
Yeah, Jamie, I don't know if you can.
Madness.
Obviously, of course, it's possible, but I'm thinking to myself now that like to be able to compete and win that trophy, that particular trophy, it's very hard to. And I think we're probably going to come to closest to it to still compete with all the other ones as well, because you're looking for damn near perfection, and you have to go as hard as you can at them. Like obviously last time we lost by 1 point, and then we just blew them away the next season but we had to be damn near perfect. Like we only started dropping points once we had won the title. The title was over, and then we started losing games. Before that, we had to be perfect for the whole beginning of the season. So it's kind of crazy, man. But do you want to say, Jamie? Like obviously we're gonna get into ratings and that, but yeah, man, Origi, man. Listen,
that was nice what they did at the end.
Yeah, it was a bit emotional. That was, man.
Yeah.
Especially watching him like hobble, because you could see the injury on him, and I kind of I was thinking while I was watching him, I was like, ain't it just like typical that he's hobbling to collect his award, and because that's been Origi's Liverpool career. He's been injured most of it, and when he's come back, he's not. The team's already in a rhythm, so he doesn't get played as much, and then he seems to be the one guy that doesn't need warming up for big moments. He just comes up, man. But yeah, man, I just want to say, like, yeah, Origi, big up Origi, man, because that's massive, and I hope.
Yeah, fair play to Origi.
Yeah, I hope he has the best career possible now. Like I don't care what he does. I hope he has the best career possible, man. Go and win some more league titles and that, and yeah,
he's going into Milan, isn't he?
Yeah, they just won the league as well.
Let me just get through these comments, guys, then we can chat.
Come on.
Murph, in 152 league games last 4 seasons, we have won 110. That's madness. Drawn 27 and lost just 15. Just 1 league title. Just shows what a great team Man City are.
Yeah, they are.
It's like losses with these two. Exactly. It's all, you know. That's an amazing stat, though. That's an amazing stat. You'd think if you saw that stat, you'd go, well, that team's won multiple league titles. That's how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
Brush, big up Jay. Not going to lie, I'm happy it worked out the way it did. Of course, you're a Man United fan. But hold your heads, 93 and 92 points on levels. And no one else can chat to you lot. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't mind City fans that come on here and have one have their say, because they're the only ones who can talk. You know what I mean? Hi, Jamie. People showing their true colours are mad. All around social media. Just ignore it. I mean, try and ignore it the best you can. I mean, it's Chelsea fans would be at the moment. I don't know why. Big up, Brush. Kevin says, Tuchemeni has agreed terms with Liverpool, says David Maddox from the Mirror. Now, David Maddox is very, very reliable because he works with Liverpool closely as well. If that's true, that's madness. Because
apparently, Jamie, it's meant to be agreed terms with 2 clubs, that us and Real Madrid. So basically, it looks like he's waiting to see who wins the Champions League.
Yeah. Well, that'd be mad. If we get Tuchemeni in, that'll be our version of Haaland going to City. It really will. Yeah. We go for Origi. Origi deserves all the praise in the world. We all love Origi. I've never found a Liverpool fan who don't love Origi. I don't think he exists.
Nah, they love him, man. Everyone loves him.
Big up the panel. Emotional for Origi. Yeah, it was beautiful when they gave him the Guard of Honour. Loved it. And By the way, I will say one thing to City. I'm not bitter. My one bitterness to City is that their stadium was half empty by the time the trophy came out, which I found hilarious. And it weren't just away fans. It was half empty. They don't give a shit. They don't care.
No face to their teams.
I just find it funny that if that was Anfield, there'd be like the crowd would be complete. No one would have left. I'll tell you what, even away fans would have played. Man City's breaking the goal. Yeah. I will say one thing. Apparently, I don't know. It's come out in the papers just now, online and that. Apparently, and Steven Gerrard said it in his interview after that a City fan attacked Olsen, the goalkeeper, when they came off the pitch. Which, if that's the case, that's another travesty because that'd be like the fourth attack on pitch invasions in a week.
How do you attack someone when you're the one celebrating?
It's madness.
That's a crazy thing, that.
It's madness. You've just won the league. Why are you hitting somebody? Why are you hitting a man? Why are you hitting somebody? It's just disgusting. Back to life, back to reality. Arsenal for life. I feel sorry for Arsenal fans, really do, because a lot of Arsenal fans I know are very decent fans, but then there's a big bunch of Arsenal fans who are just so delusional, it's unreal. When City went 2-0 down, I thought we were going to do it. So did I. I watched my watch along. I freaked out, almost stripped. The top almost came off. The gut almost came out. You'd be well impressed with this guy. It's immense. The other half were United fans. Yeah, that's true. Disappointing, but was expected in the end. Hopefully, we'll win the EPL. Champions League. Sorry. Let me talk about a certain player today that wasn't playing, and just shows why he is the greatest centre back in the world, and why we miss him so much when he doesn't play. Virgil van Dijk. Now, a lot of people give him Matip their due this season, rightfully so. Rightfully so. But I'm going to say it right now. I want to end this discussion that Virgil hasn't been his usual self. Virgil's not as good as he used to be. All this stuff. Today proved, and against Benfica as well, that Virgil completely and utterly runs that back line. Absolutely runs that back line.
Yeah.
Matip today, I thought Matip was terrible today. I'm going to say it right now. I thought Matip was caught out of position a lot. It looked like to me Matip was looking for Van Dijk's encouragement next to him every time he looked over, because he looked a bit out of sorts. People were running in behind him a hell of a lot today. Konate's only 22. For me, Matip should be the one carrying Konate and not the other way around. For real. And I love Matip, I really do. But Virgil van Dijk, huge miss. Didn't play any minutes today. Savage, you worried that because he didn't play any minutes, you worried he's going to miss the Champions League? Or
no.
Are you thankful that Klopp did rest him, so playing?
He's 100% playing the Champions League game. I think Klopp did trust in the rest of the squad more and more this season. Sometimes I think everyone wants it a little bit more, but they got the job done against Southampton, and there's not much between Southampton and Wolves, if I'm honest. So I think he's done the right thing by resting him. I do agree with you a little bit that obviously Matip seems to be is the senior defender, but at the same time, Ibu's young, but it's big man football, isn't it, bro? You got to learn, innit? So whether Matip holds the back or not, in fact, in the Southampton post-match show, and what we spoke about when we praised Konate, when we said what parts he needs to work on is his positioning and sometimes just going off, and he did the exact same thing today, which I don't hold against him. I'm kind of like that with mistakes anyway. I kind of get disappointed in the moment, and then I'll just brush it aside and get on with the game, innit? Because no one does it on purpose. I do agree with you, the fact that, which is also what we said in the last game, where Van Dijk, most of it's nothing to do with him actually defending with on the ball. It's just the organisation. He keeps that line perfect. Yeah. Whereas I seen Matip stepping in mad directions today. Because even though Ibu jumped forward, there was a part in the game, I think it was Chan, the ball, when he ran through on goal, and I think Ali actually saved it. And first glance, it looked like he missed, but Ali saved it again, who's been great for us this season, by the way. But I watched the replay, and the communication between them, when Matip was stepping up, Konate weren't stepping up. When Konate stepped up, Matip wasn't. And at one point, the goal, Konate was so close to Henderson, he didn't need to be there. Henderson had that covered, and he jumped up and missed the ball. Obviously, it's a learning curve on it, and obviously he's going to have to learn on the job.
Yeah,
He's
cool.
been immense in a lot of games this season, so I'm kind of expecting stuff to come out every now and again. But the fact Klopp put the trust in him in this game anyway, it's a big game. We needed to win. We did in the end. I think with Virgil, he's 100% fine. I think it's just the right thing to rest him because he's a miss against Real Madrid that I trust the team, but Virgil not being in the team against Real Madrid is completely different. That him not playing against Real Madrid, you're struggling from the start.
Yeah,
because Benzema he's just gonna have a field day. Benzema knowing that Van Dijk's in the squad is completely different. I've watched every one of Real Madrid's last games since before they went through against Man City. They've not been very good. They won the one game 6-1. Apart from that, I watched them. They drew yesterday, I think 0-0. They lost to Atletico Madrid. So yeah, it's just one of them ones, man. But Van Dijk's important, so I'm glad he wrapped him up and kept in there, especially with what happened with Thiago, and Salah still doesn't look himself just yet. He got a goal today, so hopefully that gives him confidence. But I think it's very important because the creativity. I think Edward alluded to it earlier about playing against Real Madrid the last time. I don't think I take away the Champions League final. You know the game what we played against them last season. Yeah. That's a telltale sign of how not to play against Real Madrid. You leave Cruz alone because he doesn't run anyway. So if you leave him alone, he just does what he wants. So massive, but yeah, that's what I think on that, man.
Zabiri, your take on Virgil?
He was. I don't think he was on the bench, was he?
No, that's what I'm saying because he weren't playing today.
No, he was on the bench. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the bench. Yeah.
He was on the bench. He was sitting behind Klopp.
Yeah, he was just chilling out on the bench today.
The way I look at it, it might be a little different. I think it was more of a reward for Konate.
You might be right, yeah, to be fair.
The guy scored like 3 goals in like 3 different competitions or 2 different competitions, but it was 3 consecutive games. You can't tell that guy to sit out. I don't care how young he is. I don't care how good your stars are. Sometimes you just have to be like, you know what, man, you earned this. And I think he earned it. The only one I didn't think should have been there was probably Matip. And the reason why I say that is Matip is a great defender, and I champion him every day. Yeah. But he's only great, not because of Virgil, but a Virgil-esque character. Like, that can tell him, like, all right, now you go up. I got you covered. I don't think who was communicating as much. I think I saw the same thing with, I want to say Gomez and Nat Phillips last season,
yeah.
They're not bad in what they're doing. It's just you have to have a level of communication. So if Matip is dribbling up, Konate can be like, all right, I got you covered. And I think that's when Fab would have been like, I got you covered also. So Fab and Virgil not being there, I think affected Matip's game. But I think as far as Virgil not even being in the game, that's great. That means he should be fully rested. But I think Konate deserved this today. Xhaka as well for his season he's been having. It was a great moment for even Mo to get some rest. So I don't think too much into planning for the future. I look at it as who deserved to finish this season with a start. That's how I look at it. That's the only thing I can say about Virgil. I got a shirt on, so I'm a big Virgil.
Come on.
Yeah, Virgil's a man. Guys, everyone in the chat asking some questions. I know, Ravi, you've asked some questions, and others. What I've done, I've starred them. So I will ask the questions to the panel after we've gone through our discussion, guys. So don't worry about Ravi and Daffy, okay? I've starred them questions, so I'll get to them after, guys. I'll get them to it after. Rods, Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil to me. I just want to pay like respect to Origi still, because Origi is a player. Origi is a player. He's come in to the club and everything that, right? And he's done bits and everything that, and he's played well. Even when he's hit against adversity, when people didn't really think he was that good, and he's proved them wrong and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Whenever he gets dropped, when he was on the bench, he doesn't know. You might notice that he doesn't moan. When he gets taken off the field and he doesn't moan, he just comes back and does his thing and everything that, right? And Origi, with Origi and everything that, right? It's going to be missed. He's going to be missed in the team and everything that. And I wish him all the luck at AC Milan because apparently he's on a very good package at AC Milan. So I wish him all the luck and everything that.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And the only reason Origi is leaving is because at the day he needs the game time because he wants to play for Belgium in the World Cup. Do you know what I mean? You know?
I agree.
So had it's not been that and I think that, right, he'd probably still be here and I think that. So I wish Origi all the luck in the world and everything that, and may he go on and have a brilliant career at AC Milan. Just don't score against us. Anyway, right? Virgil is a player at the end of the day. He makes a lot of defenders around him look good. You see when he had that partnership with Dejan Lovren. Dejan Lovren before anything, he was an all right defender, but he wasn't as good until he played with Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
Virgil van Dijk is a person in the day that every team needs at the end of the day. Everybody needs an organizer. Do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody that's going to organize the back four. Somebody in the day is going to inject calm in the back four. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody at the day that's going to wake up the back four and say, look, come on, guys, come on. Listen, you should have got that. You should have tackled him. You should have done this and done that. Do you know what I mean? Or if they make a mistake, if they can say, well, look, all right, you know what? Don't worry, man. Just do better next time and this and that. Virgil is this player and everything that, right? Is that when he's not in your squad, you miss him. You do miss him for that because he got such an effect on the squad and everything that. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why at the end of the day, right, Klopp waited for him till January and spent all the money, on Virgil and everything that because you knew what sort of player that he was getting. Matip, don't get me wrong, I like Matip in there because he's a ball carrying centre back and everything that. But when he's not with Virgil and everything that, you see the difference. You see the difference and everything that. The only person I could say at the end of the day that's sort of like that's matched up to that is Gomez. If Gomez is with Virgil and everything that, Gomez seems to do like everything that he's required of him and everything that. But like Matip and the day, right, when without Virgil, is a bit thing, but still good nonetheless and everything that. But Virgil and the day, to me and the day, he's one of the most important players that you can have in your squad. Do you know what I mean? And you just think as well, you know, remember Man United were after him and never got him. Chelsea were after him as well. Do you know what I mean? You know, but like Virgil to me, he's amazing. He's awesome. And then may his longevity last in our team. He's just a brilliant player. So
yeah. Before I get you, Edward, I just want to tell you guys in the private chat, I've put my phone number in, guys, for you to take down.
Cool.
You take my number down, guys, and give me a little text, and then I've got your numbers, and then when I do my thing next week, I can get all you guys together and everything.
Yeah. No
cool.
Edward, go for it, Mr. Fresh Face. Go on.
I just want to echo what the others have said, really. I do think Virgil will make next week. That he made the bench is a sign to me that he's ready to play. That's why I'm a bit more worried about Fabinho next week. But then we've got Hendo, so I'm not that as worried. But in regards to Virgil, I just echo what the others said, really. I haven't got much more to add to that. I mean, he's just a leader at the back for us. And, when he doesn't play, you do see that occasionally the communication, lack of leadership between Matip and Konate or Matip and Gomez or Gomez and Konate, it's not as clear cut between those two partnerships, those three partnerships when Virgil isn't there to lead them. So you do see when Virgil's missing that we're going down a little bit, but as I said, I think he'll play next week, so I'm not too
agreed,
concerned about that. And I think he's one of those players. Also, he reminds me of back in the day when Alan Hansen used to come back. I don't know if you remember, he missed the whole of the 88-89 season, and Dudley said, I want you for the Arsenal game, last game of the season, and no worries about that. And that he reminds me of Virgil's similar. Like, he might have injuries, but if he's fit, you just put him in and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Alan Hansen, look, he was, apart from Van Dijk, Alan Hansen's Liverpool's best ever defender, if you ask me. Alan Hansen was a phenomenal footballer, full stop.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal. But
those two together.
Yeah, oh man, Jesus. But why I bring Virgil up, because I have an argument with a lot of people on defending, and some people think defending is about tackling, and it's not. Defending is about defending your space on the pitch to stop people scoring. It's not actually about tackling. Helio Maldini used to say it all the time, if I've had made a tackle in my game, I've done something wrong.
I agree, man.
And you've got to defend space. Space is the most important thing. If you give space up to an attacker will be in that space to score a goal. If you defend that space, the attacker can't get into that space, so they can't score a goal. And that's what Virgil does better than anyone else in world football. You know, he never engages with the forward when he's running at them. He never. Matic does sometimes. Konate does a bit because he's a bit more aggressive. Virgil never, ever engages with a forward when they're running at him. And put people on social media and all that with uneducated idiots who don't know anything what they're talking about. Oh, Virgil's running away from him. All Virgil does is run away from him. No, he ain't. What he's doing is protecting his space. Yep. So he's got an attacker running at him that's very quick and tricky. Virgil ain't going to go and be aggressive and try and take the ball off him, because the attacker will more than likely do him. And then he's in his space, then it's a goal. Virgil defends the space, defends the space, make sure they never get too deep into the box though. And then he gets into a certain position where Matip is next to him, Robbo's coming tucked in, and they got three there, and they always win the ball back. That is called defending at the highest level.
I agree.
Yeah. That's what you missed today. Matip and Konate are too aggressive. And they like to take the ball and attack, especially Konate, because Konate's a young pup.
You always,
Konate's a young pup. When you have a dog, when you've got the pup is the most aggressive animal in the world until they get to about 2 years old.
Yeah.
They start to learn what to do,
Yeah.
And that's what Konate is. He's just an aggressive young pup, and he will learn his role.
Yeah, you are right, Jamie. I think how Virgil defends, it's hard to find an analogy for it, but it's kind of like if you knew that there was burglars in your area and they were robbing everyone's house. The difference is Van Dijk would stand outside the house with a gun and protect it. Somebody else might go looking for them, and they might drive around the other side and get to your house before you do. That's the difference, man. Virgil's he's an incredible defender. I mean, you can see the difference between, and this is not to diss this guy because I think he's incredible as well. But Diaz last season when he got, I think he got regular player of the season in it, and then De Bruyne got PFA player of the season.
Yeah.
And I watched some games with Diaz, and even me at some of the games, I can't remember what game it was. There was one when he was just diving everywhere, blocking everything, and I was thinking while I was watching, I was like, this is incredible. Then when I stepped back, I was like, the only reason why you're having to do that is because you're out of position. It's kind of like the difference between, actually, I don't even know who to put against him, but how, and he's a good defender as well, Kyle Walker, but he will always look better because his recovery pace, when he gets back, he has to slide tackle you to get the ball on it. So it looks like he's putting this great tackle. Same with Wan-Bissaka. He was doing these like long tackles and stuff because he's like the positioning was off. And because everyone was like, "Oh, he's the best one-on-one defender." And I'm like, the fact that we've brought in this caveat, putting one-on-one on the front of it is a problem, because before you would just say he's the best defender, but with Wan-Bissaka, I had to say he's the best one-on-one defender, and it's like that's not how football works, man. You're either the best defender or you're not.
That's savage. You know why they said one-on-one, don't you?
Because it's like saying Peter Crouch is the best aerial attacker of the football in the world. Okay, but are you the best striker in the world? Because if you're not, bro. I don't do that, man. Everyone needs to be objective with the way they watch football. It's not going to take away your favorite players. You can prefer his way of football, You know what I mean? It's fine, but there is how football is set in stone, how it is, man. It's like I don't really like when we don't. I know Liverpool fans, we do it more than often, defending him. In between us, we don't. But when we're like, "Oh, Trent's the best attacking right back," I'm like, "No, he's either the best right back or he's not the best right back." You know what I mean? And then we look at our stats and how many goals we let in, and we don't let in many goals, bro. Big up to Alisson as well for the joint thingy. That's perfect, man. Because sometimes,
but you know something.
Sometimes we let him down. We let him down sometimes, considering how much he gets us out of trouble. When he does concede, a lot of the time, and I'd say 95% of the time, it's not his fault. Like he can't do anything about it. There was a couple saves done today as well. So I thought that was great. And then obviously big up Salah as well. He got the top playmaker, and he got thingy the golden boot as well, along with Son. So big up to them and big up Son as well, man. Because you know what I mean, Salah fell off since January. He's not been playing the best. I wouldn't say that he's been rubbish since January because
that's my fault.
Because I wouldn't say he's been rubbish since January because after Jan he was assisting quite a lot. Then he stopped doing that as well. But arguably, we wouldn't be in this position today. No way. If Salah didn't play how he was at the beginning of the season, he's been an integral part of the team. So big up him and the assists just show, man. You know what I mean? Salah can be an assist machine. You know.
Can I just say?
Continue, bro. Continue.
Can I just say something quick? What is you see when you look at this defender and from years back? I think he's played for West Ham. Bobby Moore. I think Bobby Moore. Yeah, he's played for West Ham. Yeah, right. He's played for West Ham. He got rated one of the best defenders of his time. You know why? Because he knew when to engage and when not to engage, and everything that. There's playing Brazil in 1970, and everything that. Playing Brazil in Mexico in 1970, and everything that, right? Mm-hmm. And I can't remember what player was running at him. He was running at him and everything that. And what it was, Bobby Moore let him run at him. He let him run at him and everything that, right? Because he knew when to put his foot out. And he just put his foot out at the right moment, took the ball away from him, and went. You know, from that. That's what Virgil does. Virgil's got a good footballing brain when it comes to defending. He knows when to engage and when not to engage and everything that. And I don't think like people like Matip hasn't got it yet. Kanate hasn't got it, but he will get it and everything that. The more times he plays with Virgil, he will get it and everything that. It's know when to sort of like engage your attacker. I know when not to engage your attacker. Sometimes what Virgil does in everything, Virgil runs alongside the attacker and everything that, and lets the attacker run out the pitch. You let him run out the pitch and everything that. He won't engage, just let him run out the pitch. You just chef him out the pitch and everything that. Virgil van Dijk and everything that, when you look at him there, his footballing brain is just awesome. It's just awesome and everything that. Because he knows when to attack you, engage you, sorry. He wants to know when to engage you and when not to engage you and everything that. And when you don't know when to engage somebody, that's when you give away fouls. That's where you give away penalties and such and everything. But if you know when to engage somebody, because you reminds me of Sammy Hippier. When Sammy Hippier's legs went, when his legs went and everything that, right, he still had a good footballing brain. Yeah, he knew when to. He knew where to be in the pitch and where not to be. He knew when to engage and when not to engage and everything that. What Virgil van Dijk's done, Virgil van Dijk just took that to a different level. Do you know what I mean? So to me and everything that, right, Virgil van Dijk and everything that is just everything to me. He's everything that you want in a defender. He's everything you want in a defender. I couldn't want anything more in a defender, Virgil van Dijk and everything that. And obviously, and then when you get that combination there, obviously when he's not playing, he's missed and everything that. I'm not so much worried about Thiago because I know we got sort of like we got people that can fill his spot. Even Fabinho, we got people who can fill his spot. Do you know what I mean? We got Henderson and everything that, which I thought Henderson played well in the middle of the park. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But Virgil van Dijk, to me, he's just awesome. He's just got one of the footballing brains and everything that you don't find very often. You don't find very often. Yeah.
No, I mean it's quite similar to mine, Rod. It is quite similar.
Hey, before we move on, I want to give you guys a tweet post Virgil van Dijk moving forward. Like I said, I got the man shirt on. I studied this guy. If you're gonna talk or bring an argument for Virgil in the future, just go back. I want to say it was 18-19, or maybe I think it was 18-19.
18-19.
It was him against Sissoko with the ball against Spurs.
Yeah.
and was clean through. I mean, it's 2-on-1.
Yep.
And I'm like, Verge, watch the pass. This man did not care about that pass. He was like, you're right-footed. You're on your left foot. I'm keeping you over here. And Sissoko skied it. That's one guy against two players.
Zabir is right, man. Because you know what happened after that?
I remember that.
Defender,
Bro, Zabiri, 8 minutes after that, Bobby scored off a corner.
Yeah.
all I'm saying, that's the only thing you need to say about Virgil and move on. Because if you're the best one-on-one, you're not the best one against two.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What was that goal against? Because I think Van Dijk he trusts Alisson a lot as well. You have to have trust in your goalkeeper. And when I was younger, even playing in I played in a few academies and stuff, and the coach would always say to me, like, you defend how you defend. You show the guy on the outside, and if it's especially if it's far away from the goal, if he shoots from there and scores, you just have to shake the man's hand, because that's what Martinez done for Inter Milan. Van Dijk showed him round. He just blasted it in, and I'll just watch that game like, yeah, what am I supposed to do? We can pick it apart, but are you expecting a man to score from there? Okay, well that's what it is, bro.
Yeah. No, that's all you do.
You take a slight gamble. You
You do.
But right, I just want to talk about this man as well. I'm just going to put it on the screen right here. Look at this. This beautiful young man right here.
Big Trent.
This is Cafu, by the way. Arguably the greatest right back has ever played football.
Get it right. That's Sir Alexander right there.
He's one of the best right backs in the world.
There you have it, man. Jamie, never forget that, bro. Just the best, just right back.
Yeah, I see a lot of similarities between him and myself. That is Cafu, the best right back I've ever seen play football, in my opinion.
Baller.
And he's saying that about Alexander-Arnold. It's amazing. Let's talk about Trent, guys. The season Trent's had. Savage, go for it.
I love Trent, man. Sometimes I think that well, you guys know me by now, innit? So sometimes it will seem like I'm being very picky about his performances and stuff like that. Sorry, but Trent set the bar high for me already, so it's not, you know what I mean? That's actually a good place to be in. That I think so much of him that, you know what I mean? It's because with Trent, I can always see where his game can be better. Yeah. And considering how good he is already, and considering how many things he's won and how important he is to Liverpool, if you can get Trent better, then it only improves the team. Arguably, and this is not him for the season, by the way, so no one take this out of context, but arguably, if you get Trent better, we win the league. You know, these fine margins of points.
Yeah.
It's all it takes is like little things over the line. Now, as far as I can say off the top of my head, I can't remember Trent doing anything like that, but I'm just saying, because obviously there's points in Trent's game where what I just know to look out for now. And some things are not like him trying or stuff like that. Some are just habits. Yeah, I mean, there's a few things. Sometimes he does this thing where, like, if you get past him, he just pushes you in the back wherever you are on the pitch. Like, if you're in the box, he'll just push you in the back, and hopefully the ref doesn't give a penalty.
Yeah.
And then sometimes what we just said about Virgil, unfortunately for left back and right backs, you're not allowed to just watch the space, because you got to watch somebody crossing the ball in, which means you have to close them down. And if there's one part in his game, take away the running back and stuff like that, he'll get that. You know what I mean? Captains will tell him, get back. But closing the ball down for crosses, sometimes he just kind of makes it look like he's engaging, but really he's jogging towards it. But that's the negative. The positive of the man, he's one of the best passers of the ball I've seen in football. In football, not in the Premier League, just in football. He finds it almost too easy, which can be a good thing and a bad thing, because it means you can choose to just rely on what talent you've got. But if it doesn't work, I think it was the Tottenham game. That was one of the games where it didn't work as much. Even though there was a few what got through, you just start crossing because you're so good at doing it that you think this is going to happen. But he's incredible, man. And at the age he is and how much time he's got left to play, I watched his interview on Sky Sports, and he was kind of saying that he hasn't had time to take it in. He said if he was somebody talking about him as a right back, he'd be so excited of how good he is and stuff. But he says as himself, he can't see it, he can't take it in, which is a good thing because it'll keep him humble. Because I hear a lot of people say when Trent's had a bad game, they're like, I think he's just getting into him now because he thinks he's too good. No, I don't think that's what it is. It's just everyone has time to grow. a lot of people's favorite footballers, left back and right backs, didn't even get as good as they did until about 28. Look at him now. Look how young he is. So he's gonna be through the next cycle of the next 3 Liverpool teams. You know what I mean? Virgil has probably got 2 more cycles of a Liverpool team in him. You know what I'm saying? Just based on the age they are. Because once you hit your 30s and that, usually by 36, you're getting rotated out of the squad. You know what I mean? Not everyone's Thiago Silva. Although I do think Virgil will be somebody who will be at that age and still playing. But Trent's got 3, 4, 5 cycles of Liverpool teams to be in. You know what I mean? He's the equivalent to the class of 92 for Man U. He's always going to be there and he's going to grow. I'm sure he'll be a future Liverpool captain. And yeah, man, confidence in him. And I think Klopp gives him that. And the fact that he trusted him in the first place and has always kept him in. So ever since he put him in the first place when Klein got injured, he's took the spot and stayed in there, man. And it's a beautiful thing, man, to have him in the team and Robbo over the other side. And the fact that they can both improve their game and be this good. The assist list come up earlier, and I think Trent was 1 behind Salah and Robbo was 2 behind them on 10. And they were all above KDB and all these bad boy players. Yeah, man. I'm happy, man. I'm not an entitled Liverpool fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy and I appreciate the players. And we're all gonna dissect football games and stuff and have good and bad things to say about the game. But I think a lot of the player, I think a lot of our team, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, Trent's a G.
Yeah, definitely. Sabiri, your man, go for it.
You got to start Trent's story at Old Trafford, I think it was, against Rashford. Skinned him twice. Ooh, I felt those. Yeah. I got scars to show him. They cut me in real life. I was gutted. I read all the articles, and I'm like, man, how did he bounce back from that? I think you should consult his trophy cabinet because that's how he bounced back. What has Rashford gone in and done since then? You can look at his trophy cabinet, and you can compare him. So when it comes to Trent being a right back, I don't know how to rate him as far as a right back. But as a footballer, nah, he's decent. He does the exact same thing Van Dijk does, but like you said, Savage, he doesn't have that luxury being out there. That cross. You have to engage. You have to almost count on your midfielder to cover the inside.
Yeah. And
your center back to cover the, down the side if you get beat. So I'm not sure where it is or how it plays out or who's talking to him, but I think that's the only thing that needs to improve. But as a footballer, man, the guy's quality, man. The things he does with his left foot, I look at my left foot like useless. I'm a 1-foot footballer. I'm not ashamed of it, but now the guy's quality, man. The way he hits some of those balls, free kicks. The guy's so vital to our play. And like I expressed concerns, I think, a couple of days ago. If another manager comes in, if they're not Liverpool to the core, they might affect the way he plays.
I think so.
That's the only worry I have. Trent is literally free range in our team.
Yeah.
Trent can get skinned, running behind, don't stop the cross. He's in the team next week.
Yeah. He's important.
What do you offer? The only person topping that is either Ali, VVD, or Salah.
I agree.
I don't care how clutch my favorite player is.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Trent is like top 4, top 5 influential players on that team.
Zabir is right, man. I think he's exactly the same. The free range you're talking about is what KDB has at Man City. He actually, if you watch KDB at Man City, he doesn't have a position. It's why it's so hard to play against. They let him do whatever he wants. Yeah.
Never seen a luxury player at right back. And that's why he's criticized as a defender. He's not a defender. I wouldn't even say he's not a defender. He's so much of a luxury player, we don't even care.
Well, Trent was a midfielder before he came into our squad, that's why.
I was following him, I think he was like 16 as a CM.
Yeah, the midfielder.
I'm a CM and people are like, oh, you should play right back. And then I go out there and have a dope pickup game. I'm like, ooh, I'm a right back. But I was never a right back. Never. It's just the qualities I have, it suits over there. I'm not.
You know what it is? Because if you're not put there, if a coach doesn't pick you to move your position, which a lot of coaches do because they can see the bigger picture. If you don't love defending and don't choose to be a defender and you get put there, it's very hard to take out your game that you want to affect everything at the top of the pitch.
Right.
Because some people love defending, like Gomez loves being a centre back. You can see it in his face. That's why Liverpool keep talking about buying new right backs all the time, because we're like, no, we just play Gomez there because he's incredible. And at the same time, you know what I mean? He doesn't. He loves playing centre back. I wouldn't.
Right.
Villa should get Gomez. But anyway, carry on.
Sorry, guys. Go straight back. Cheek's here. Cheek's here. We know the man. The man's it. Cheek's here. Cheek's here. He's going to be. We're going to let him come in because I like Cheek. He's a decent fella. I'm going to let him come in and have his say. Let him gloat. Let him sing. Let him do what he wants. And then I'll kick him out.
Oh, yeah, do his work,
Go on, Cheek. Come in.
Champions,
show your face, true boy.
the one, you're a hero.
Go for it, TK. Go for it. No, TK, welcome, mate. As I said earlier on, TK, I don't mind City fans coming in and having a little say because you are the best team, and we're the only team that can talk to you in this league, and no other team can. So you can have your moment because if it was a City channel, I'd come on and do my bit as well.
Thank you. To be honest, this is one of the best title wins I've ever seen, because you guys Liverpool are just an incredible team, and you pushed us all the way till the end. So for that, I have to give you my praise. And to be quite honest, I really want you to win the Champions League. I know I'm going to get battered for this, but I really do want you to win the Champions League because you deserve something other than the 2 cups. I really do.
Right,
Big up, man.
You can stay for a little bit now.
No, I'm serious. I really want you to win the Champions League.
Your place. You run your place, man. You run your place, man.
Chike's cool.
Chike.
Yes, sir.
Well done, man. Well done.
Now we congratulate you at the beginning.
Chike, I promise. I said earlier on that I'm not on the boat of all the excuses coming out now and saying all these bad things about Man City and all this money business. You won it because you deserve to win it. There was 1 point in it. Whatever way it swung, I said that the team would have deserved to win it. So, you know what I mean? Big up to you, lot.
Thank you.
And, yeah, man, Guardiola is an incredible guy, man. I don't know what he said to them at halftime. I watched that documentary before, so I'm sure he shouted at somebody.
Oh, he shouted at Fernandinho. He shouted. I said it at a friend's house. That was probably going to be the biggest team talk in his managerial career. Because to go from literally a Champions League dub, we could have done a treble to a quad, and then to nothing would have just been, oh my god! I would have just curled up a ball.
I will say one thing.
Now, fun you, Chike. Now I was keeping it quiet for a second. No, man. Congratulations. Gotta say congratulations. Now, fun you, lot, man. So close to 0. Come on, man.
Yes, yeah, bun them, brother.
Nah, they would have dragged Guardiola out of there. 4 trophies to 0.
Yeah, they would have dragged him out.
I will say one thing. Edward looks like he wants to kill you. So well.
It's all fair play, man. 3 goals, 6 minutes?
Goes to 5 minutes.
That's the stuff of champions.
That really is the stuff of champions. 100%.
So close to 0. Ooh, man.
GK.
Yes, sir.
My guess is that I honestly believe this. I reckon he went into that changing room.
Yep.
Looked everyone in the eyes and said, "Real Madrid," and walked off. And then that's what you lot did. Because there's nothing else needs to be said. Legacy in football, innit? Nothing else needs to be said. You can't go out in the Champions League like that and then lose the Prem on the last day.
100%. There was absolutely no way. Oh my god! Like I said, I would have curled up in a ball, or I would have just gone into hiding if that happened. Oh my god! But I have to say that Coutinho goal was just a joke. That Coutinho goal was insane, mate. Just one touch, boom.
That first touch was levels, man.
Oh, that touch was insanity. Jesus Christ. Oh, but thank you guys. Anyway, so the Champions League final. I really want. So, what's the deal with Salah and Van Dijk? Are they fit to play? Are they not? And also,
don't worry about that, GK. Don't worry about that. Go polish the Premier League. Man. You remember while I was scouting, just bagging these deals, and we're like, man, is Edwards, threatening people, hanging them off the roof? That's what Pep went in the changing room and did.
100%.
Trust me.
100%.
I think you look him up and down and be like, y'all want me to get dragged out this city?
Yeah, he was like,
Drag me out with me.
no, nobody talk. That's exactly.
I show my girl every time she mess up. There's a clip of this football changing room where the coach just walks in and slaps everybody.
Yeah.
Not slapped at halftime.
Yeah.
Allegedly, Pep looked like a good
Yeah,
Nah,
Guardiola ran in there with a horse head. He just put the horse head down and walked off on a Godfather thing and said,
I
"Die."
just
100%.
I just got to say one thing. 'Cause I've just got 2 Twitter DMs that are just blown up straight away. Right, guys, listen to me a minute. We're not kissing City's ass or anything like that. Chike's a good mate of ours. He's a good friend. Like, he comes on, he's intelligent with his words. And we are happy. Look, we're not happy for City winning the league. Obviously, we don't want to see anywhere near the league. We want to win the league.
Crap. Just like
At the end of the day,
if it was role reversal, I'd be happy for you, but I wouldn't be happy for Liverpool. You know.
but look, at the end of the day, City are the best team in the league, and we finished second. And only Liverpool and City can talk to each other in this Premier League. No one else can. Chelsea 18 points behind us. Man United are in the dirt. Arsenal thought they were a top 4 team for about 2 seconds, then realised they're not. Spurs are finished on 71 points. All of a sudden, they're talking. Go away, Tottenham. You know,
Get the
league since 1961.
don't want to hear it.
No, everyone else behind us. Everyone else is in the rearview mirror. Look, City fans can come on here and have their say. If it gets too much, I'll just chuck them out. It's simple as that. But Chike's cool. He's cool. He can have his say. So everyone DMing me on Twitter. 2 DMs that just blown up on my Twitter. Please, that's not what it's about.
Jamie, did you see Richarlison's tweet?
Yeah, that's what people want. We're all friends here at the end of the day.
What did Richarlison say?
He tweeted a picture. He tweeted you know that gif of Henry laughing at full time. He tweeted that, and then somebody tweeted underneath the screenshot of Everton losing 5-1 to Arsenal.
Jesus.
Arsenal literally won 5-1 and still didn't get Champions League.
He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo, man.
I got a question for Chike.
Hang on.
So I got a homeboy. He's a City fan, but he won't give me his honest opinion. I gotta know, if Pep doesn't win the Champions League, is he a failure? I'm not saying a failure as a manager. I'm not saying a failure as a City coach. I'm saying a failure as far as City's objective bringing Pep to the Premier League, because they've never won it. Surely that was a goal or an objective of his. Surely that's fair.
It's a failure because we're the best team in the country, right? I mean, in the last 3 years, we lost the better well, besides Tottenham, because they were not better than us over 180 minutes of football. That's a fact. I don't give a damn what anyone says. But Liverpool in 2017-18, better team overall. Spurs, we were the better team, but it's just the defending in that game was awful. And I mean, schoolboy. And then 1920, he overthought it. I don't know why. And then in 2021 against Chelsea, there was a new manager hype. They already had world-class players. All they needed was a world-class manager. And I have to say, and I'm being honest, I'm so sorry, but Ederson is so underrated one-on-one Ederson, I literally get nightmares when someone's one-on-one with Ederson, because that dude rushes out so early for no reason that a striker like Ollie Watkins or whatever the other guy's name, he could have easily made it 2-3-0, and then you'd be winning, Liverpool would be winning a title, and maybe the quad would be on.
Yeah.
No, big up, Chike. Let me take that solo with it.
Is this
I'm not one of those people that gets manipulated easy. I say it as it is. And if people want to kick me out or throw me in jail, you can do that. I don't really care.
Let me ask you a question, Chike. So are you confessing that we got the best Brazilian keeper?
Well, I didn't say that.
Because Alisson is the best one-on-one. So you kind of took the marks off your guy there. So that guy went up.
I mean, I'll be honest. I haven't seen Liverpool play all that much. I mean, against but I don't know. I don't really watch Brazil that often, so I don't really know who's in goal between Ederson and Alisson. But if Alisson is in goal, then guess he's better, but I don't know. It's like it's so 50-50, but I can't really give an honest opinion. If that
Trent,
makes
can
sense.
I give you an honest opinion?
Allison one-on-one is on
It's
top.
not 50-50.
It's not 50-50 at all. Allison's clear.
I'll be fair. All the attributes, barring one-on-ones, I would say they're pretty similar. But one-on-one, Allison is on a planet of his own. Like,
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. His one-on-one is insane, mate. Like you're not getting past Ellison. It's almost like that's like trying to get past a brick wall. It's not going to happen.
So what I'm saying is, if they're 50-50 on all the other,
And he scores goals.
and Allison is and score goals.
Right. I forgot last year. That was a madness.
You know what, TK? I like it, man.
TK's cool. 2K sweet. Right, guys. I just want to show you. So this is Salah getting the golden boot a few seasons ago. Nice and nasty. You know where I'm going with this.
Yes,
This
mate,
is Salah winning the golden boot. This is Salah today. This is Salah today.
That's mad. That's actually insane.
So the man wins golden boots for fun, but obviously he weren't happy. And I'm not going to say it's because he's leaving and all this shit. He's not. It's because he didn't start the game and we didn't win the Premier League, and that's why he's not. And I've seen people. The reason I brought this up because I've seen people on social media bring these photos up and saying, "Right, Salah's off. This is him wanting to go now. He's had enough." And it's because he didn't start the game. He's a attacking forward, a world-class footballer who didn't start a game of football. He's going to be pissed off.
Jamie, if I'm honest, I just think he was sad that we didn't win the league. To be honest,
And we didn't win the Premier League.
Yeah,
That's why he's pissed off.
Yeah,
Allison looked uncomfortable with golden with his glove.
behind again.
And it just shows to me that he's more of a team player, and I think people give him credit for.
Yeah,
he really is.
Yeah,
I mean,
Allison with the golden glove when he was taking the picture, he was putting the smile on, but he looked very uncomfortable. Like
that's face it.
You know what it's like, and it's like when you get a runners-up medal. He's like, I'm proud of the team. I want to keep it, and then down the line, I can put it on my wall and stuff. But right now, I don't really want this.
I never ever got a runners up.
Yeah.
I have no idea how it feels. But
remember when Messi got the golden boot at the World Cup in 2014? It's almost like he was disinterested because he didn't win.
No, he didn't want it. He didn't want it. It's embarrassing sometimes.
Yeah.
But look, Mo got a golden boot shed. It was Son at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But he got the most assists as well. Still didn't get player of the year. Weird. Then Allison getting golden gloves, which is fantastic. I'm always a bit thingy on the golden gloves with keepers sometimes because at the end of the day, look, City and Liverpool, Allison is a world-class keeper.
100%.
But the Liverpool and City had both the joint best defensive record in the Premier League this season. Yeah. And that's one thing I want to bring up. Everyone still moans about our high line all the time. Our line's too high, and our line's too high. We give up too many chances. We have conceded 26 Premier League goals this season, the same Man City.
Good record, man.
So, and Man City played exactly almost the same way with their high line. We're just a bit more direct to Man City. They're more on the floor. All right?
I don't think it's a high line. I think that's a narrative. I think that's a narrative, Jamie, where the pundits throw that out there for us to do.
It's not as high as people think it is.
It's very high, but it's not a high line. We're going to stifle you in your half. So that way it looks like a high line. Because sometimes the players, they'll run in and they're still in their half running in behind.
Yeah.
See, this is why I don't listen to commentators because they're paid Muppets. At the end of the day, some of them, oh my God, some of them just have no clue what they're talking about. And I'm just like, did that just come out of this? Seriously, I can't believe it.
GK, that's the reason why.
What's that?
That's the reason why we're all on YouTube now. This is the emergence of YouTube pundits because everyone's fed up now, man. Everyone's fed up on biased opinions.
Right there, Jamie.
Yeah, man. That's what it is, bro. Like, why we used to have. That's all we had before. So we used to try and like respect it and I'm gonna watch it and that. Now everyone's just like, listen. If I want biased opinions, I'd rather just get it off fans who watch the games. Like, you got to remember, if you look, I had this conversation with my son because I was saying to my son something, and someone was like, "Oh, this person knows more than you," and I was like, "Why does this guy know more than me? I watch Liverpool more than he does." You think that Gary Lineker that watch Liverpool every week? They watch Liverpool when they're covering the game. They don't watch them all the time.
Yeah,
exactly.
Watching all the
They
Premier
probably
games.
won't even know. When Liverpool won the league in 1990, who was their top goal scorer? John Barnes. They won't know that because they don't know the history of Liverpool.
Yeah, they don't, man. They got a piece of paper in front of them with facts on it.
There you
Bro.
go.
To read
There you
out
go.
every 7
Thank
minutes.
you.
Chike is a Liverpool fan that went to City when we was in a drought.
TK is one of us. Listen, guys, I'm going to have to finish the
Free
thing
transfer.
because the kids are screaming downstairs. So
I'm currently
I'll put them in the cupboard, so they've got to come out in a minute.
Yeah, I'm currently making stuff. Thank you so much for having me on, and I can't wait to start again and we go again. Thank you.
Big up, GK, man. Big up, man.
Big up, mate.
You all right?
Hey, Jamie, I'd just like to say anything that I love your channel and everything that. Do you know what I mean?
Big up, man.
I love the fact at the end of the day that fans like us can come on your channel and have our say and everything that, and have a constructive discussion and everything that. Do you know what I mean? And chop it up and everything that. You're doing a good job, big man. I'd like to congratulate you on your 1,000 subscribers and so, and long may it last. Because I'm starting back up my channel again. I'm starting from beginning and from the bottom and go back up again. Do you know what I mean? So I'm starting a new channel. But I'd just like to say at the end of the day, you've made steps in your channel and everything that, right? Love the fact that they can come on the channel and chop it up, have a laugh with fans as well. Because if you remember anything that way back when before it was this, it was people like Richard Keys and all them sort of people there. So to the fact that we've come so far and we got this and could chop it up, it's great and everything that. So just like congratulating everything that. And on that word, I'm gonna go now because I'm gonna have a shower, get myself ready for bed because I've got work in the morning and stuff. But I will be on your show next week. I'll be on your show next week, definitely. Without a fuss. So Zabiri, Edwards, Savage.
Big up, Rob.
Yeah, man. Big up. All you guys, big up. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Yeah, big up, man.
Thank you very much for your time, bro.
Yeah, same, Jamie, man. Sentiment on Liverpool. Just a final word on Liverpool, man. Proud of the boys, man. The dust has settled. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If Chike coming in the chat, it helped my mood still. You know what I mean? Because in my head, I've got all these City fans gloating just in my head. I don't know any City fans in it. So even the level-headed one, it's like, all right, then. But listen, we're going to sleep. We're going to wake up next morning, still going to feel it a little bit. And it's going to get closer to the weekend. We're going to have Champions League on the mind and them. But listen to me, bro. When the game finished today, and I seen the guys doing the lap of honor with their families and their kids on the pitch and stuff like that, changed the way I felt about the whole Premier League. Because I just looked at them and I was like, yo, these men are really just humans. Like when we're watching them on the pitch and talking to them about running into the ground and doing everything perfect, it's like we're not treating them like that. But when I see them with their families and I seen Klopp saying hello to all their kids, and I'm like, you know what, man? These men done their best, bro. There was not one point this season when they didn't try to do their best. Even games when we fell behind and had to come back, it should be applauded to get back into the game. Yes, there's a negative to the fact that we let a team do this to us, but to come back every time, like Zabiri said earlier, every time we go 1-0 down, I'm just like, all right, well, that will wake us up, and then we'll just get back into the game, and we do. And they have to do it over and over again. And as much as we feel as fans disappointed, imagine how they feel. They played all 38 games, damn near perfect as much as they could, and still get nothing out of it. You just get second place. You get the same thing as what Chelsea get. So that's what they're feeling in their head right now. So hopefully they pick themselves up and they go into the Champions League. Lay on the line one more time this season, man, and then all of them can go and have a break and have a holiday. But just against Real Madrid, give us everything, man. Don't hold anything back. You know what I mean? And then we go, man. Because personally, like I said, I've watched all of Real Madrid's last 5 games, and they haven't been very good. And they've actually played their whole team. Like the game they played this weekend, they played everyone, Benzema, Vinicius, everyone. So they ain't resting anyone.
No.
So we can beat them. We're a better football team. You know what I mean? Real Madrid are coming towards the end now. They've got class. Respect them. Don't you know what I mean, take them for granted. But if we play our game and we can be a little bit more clinical in the game and that, and not let the occasion get to us, yeah, man, Champions League's coming. And trust me, once that final whistle goes and we get that Champions League, talking to me about this Prem is in the past, bro. I'll just talk about it with whatever talking points and we go to next season, bro. But same as what Rod said, Jamie, I went back onto my football channel. That's why I changed the name of it and stuff like that. So I'm going to post some vids on there still. just breaking some stuff down. I won't do much live streams and stuff, but I want to do some Liverpool by numbers and stats and go into detail on a few players and stuff. So anyone who's interested in coming on and doing videos on there, just holler me, man, and you can come on, bro. Make some videos. Some of them won't be live streams and that, but we can just make them. We can do a live stream, I'll edit it and I'll put it up so we can chop it up. And it won't just be Liverpool. We're going to do some retro football as well, talk about some legends and verses against players. And I want to do a few of them, man. So, but big up Jamie, man, for that, bro.
Thank you very much. And we got a Chelsea fan joining us. Azim, my man, how are you? Bringing it right at the end, smacking it in. What's up, my man?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate that, man. It was a great day, was it? It was some good results, some happiness, some disappointment. But listen, it's credit to the English football. Ultimately, Liverpool is still in the Champions League final, isn't it? City, yeah, you know, to be fair, City and Liverpool, the two strongest team in English football right now. I'm a Chelsea fan, we're miles away from Liverpool and Manchester City. So yeah, I think Liverpool will win all season. So yeah, should be happy really. That's what I want to say, man. But, yeah.
Big up, man.
Hey, big up, man. Welcome to the panel. I got a question for you as a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick one up in a few minutes, but he's not honest, so I have to ask you. When you guys signed Lukaku, there was a lot of we're gonna win the league talk at the beginning of the season.
Yes, that's right.
What happened from that expectation to where you guys are now? Because you guys are not nowhere near that. So is that a fail objective on Tuchel or on Lukaku? Who are you guys putting that on?
Let's go back when we won the Champions League. Yeah, nobody, even the Chelsea fan included, expect Chelsea to win the Champions League. And it all started when we beat City 3 times last year. So that's it. We're going to start the season, won the Champions League. We're good enough to go win in the league, to win the league. I'm not a Lukaku fan, to be fair. I didn't want him in the first place, but listen, we signed him. So that's what we're missing. We'll create a lot of chances, but we're not scoring goals. Lukaku is going to put them away. But matter of fact is, I think the depth in the squad is not good enough. The like of Reece James, when Chilwell got injured, everything collapsed. I think a lot of players there is not good enough, including, and you know what happened with Lukaku as well. So yeah, no. When you look at it, I think Liverpool and Manchester City is just a level above us, and that's a reality. And in order for us to go there, City, is going to get worse for us. City went out there and signed Haaland as well, including that. So they're just going to get better and better, in my opinion. I know Liverpool signed Diaz. He's a baller to me. He hit the ground running. And I believe Liverpool is still going to sign a few players as well. But listen, I think Liverpool and City, I just favor slightly City. Because City's is that complete team. Liverpool, I know they started to do that, the depth in the squad, but it's just slightly behind City.
I like you, man. I like you. You said that.
It's slightly. That's my opinion, though. That's my opinion.
You're very honest that you said that. I don't think that's honesty right there. No, I respect that.
No, but to be fair, when you played City in the league, let's listen. I'm a football fan, and I'm not coming here to be sorry or think of that. Yeah, Liverpool and City is better than us. That's fact. I can't deny that. But when he played City twice, I thought City had the upper hand. The ball position. They don't have like Liverpool. They don't have proper number 9. I thought Grealish next year is gonna hit the ground running, in my opinion. But like you said, we'll have to wait and see. I think it's close between City and Liverpool, but I just slightly did enough to win the league this year. That's what I want to say.
So based on my original question, you're saying that because you guys beat City, you guys thought you was good enough for the league.
Yes, yeah. The reality is different. We're not good enough.
Brentford, you got to look out for them.
Well, I think we're a cup team. We can play good against Liverpool in a day. Against City. In the league, consistently in 40 games, going winning home and away. I don't think, or we'll go like Liverpool or City winning 10 games in a row. I don't think we cannot do that. We cannot do that. I think Liverpool can, City can. We cannot do that. That's a different. That's why we're not winning the league. Liverpool can, City can. That's different. That's the reality. But Jamie, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, and I hope you're doing well, my man, for yourself. We love you all. We love your family, Jamie, mate, and do well and take care, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you for
Big up,
coming.
bro. Big up, man.
Big up.
See you later, guys. Have a good night.
See you later, brother.
Hey, get him back, Jamie. I like this Chelsea guy, man.
No, he's a good fella. He's a good fella. That's it. I'll put up his link in the channel later and go and check
man.
him out. He's a good fella. He's a
Yeah, no, he knows this.
very passionate Chelsea fan, but he's so down to earth as well at the same time. And his son's a footballer as well. His son's got, I think it's a Prem team, like their youth side as well. So he's they're doing good things over with his family there. He's a good bloke. Edward, final thoughts of today, my man. Final thoughts before we get over.
Final thoughts. Well, disappointing, but at least we won our game. So there's no what ifs if we.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we can take from it, really. And move on to Madrid next week.
Come on, man.
Pick up yourself.
Yeah, Edward, you got a YouTube channel, Edward?
No.
Edward just guessing everyone's thing.
Cool. Yeah, just asking, man. Just asking. What about Zabiri? You gonna start a YouTube channel or what, man?
Yeah,
Nah, bro. I'm biased, bro. Because I seen you make bare excuses. Make the YouTube channel, man.
No. Listen. So I got the mic. I got a bunch of stuff. If you're on WhatsApp, you can see what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I know I come in with the marijuana reference, and I'm always drinking.
Yeah.
That's like 25% of what I do.
Okay.
The other 50% is cooking. I'm like this nasty Jamaican.
Come on.
Hey, you give me anything,
Jamaican,
anything, and I cook it up. I got some roti and duck curry right here off to the side. Edward's I'm a nasty chef, so what I'm gonna do like this food channel where I do the dishes once a week as far as cooking, and then I'll do a podcast kind of explaining how I got into it, because it's not normal. I've been cooking since I'm like 8.
Yeah.
If I go all the way back, I was cutting open cans, just like regular cans for like vegetables or whatever you do in the can. I would split that open, and I was grilling shrimp by the riverside in Jamaica.
I've just got to get this comment up.
I got the smoking kid over there right now. I'm gonna pick up this Chelsea fan so I can control him.
There you go, Scooter, my man.
Yeah, it's all I do. All I do is drink, smoke, cook, coitus, and work. Right now, work is off the menu. I got another little one on the way. So the channel is coming soon. It's just all the footage I have. It's portrait.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start the Instagram and probably put all those footage there.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts as well, bro.
Yeah, I can do the shorts too as well. But what I'm trying to say is the channel, I have plenty of content for it. It's just I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to mix like Liverpool in there. But I might have like the kid on every once in a while. It's summer in New York. Yeah, no, it's summer. These guys, they go up and down all the time. I'm also a big car enthusiast. So as far as the channel, I have plenty of content. I just didn't know what direction I want to go in. But I'm going to go food to get my dad off my back. He wants me to open a restaurant. I can't do that in a restaurant. But I'll do it for YouTube or...
That'll be good, man. That'll be good.
No, you'll enjoy it because it's going to be an experience. Like I said, Edward P can attest to it. So Caribbean, we all have like some similar way we cook.
Yeah.
But I put my own little spin on it. It's more like a ride by. They ride the quads on the road. They're a bit of some unruly bunch there. But the channel is coming soon. I'm either going to announce it here or on Copish. Or I might just pick the day when both of you guys are streaming on the same day and announce it in that one day to not, put preference over either or, because I love all you guys. I really do.
Are you going to do it separate, Zabiri? So the podcast, is it a video podcast or is it both, like audio as well?
No, so it's going to be both. So what I want to do, so basically I'll cook and then you'll see those videos. I might not be in it as much, but then the podcast is going to be video, me, you'll hear me, see me. And I might even have a guest on. If it goes as well as I'm thinking, I might just tell Jamie, like, look, tell the missus and the kid you're going out for the weekend. I'll fly you in. You get some of this good food. And all you have to do is just tell me about your experience with the food. Because it's an experience. Like I said, I'm drinking from 7 a.m. till the pot's finished.
Yeah.
Jamie doesn't encourage those, Severi. You have
Yeah,
to
man.
play plain food for Jamie.
Yeah, I'm a plain man. Severi, you
Oh,
take
nah, Jamie, you can't get invited.
you take me. I'm plain Jane, man. Plain Jane.
Plain Jane, no violation to the pot. Now I can whip something up for you. I got plenty of options, plenty of recipes. Me and my lady created. Now we got a lot in store for you, man. So stay tuned, Savage. It's coming.
Holler at me if you need tips on like YouTube and that. Holler at me, man. I've been doing it a minute, man. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm slowly taking some advice from Cal, and I usually don't move unless I'm 100%.
Yeah.
So I see your chat there. I'll try to get in contact with you. Matter of fact, I'll drop my phone number in here.
Yeah, drop it in, man.
Yeah, and you'll see, man. It's an experience. Everyone that comes around loves it. It's all I do. I've been doing it my whole life. So
come on.
Who is Gilbert Hernandez? I have seen this all day on the chat.
Any Villa player?
Is it? Might be going to Stockton United, apparently. So big up, Jamie.
hey, are we gonna get on to these star comments? Because I gotta run in a minute.
Yeah, let's do that quick.
Okay.
I think he says, Jay and the panel, who's your ideal midfield against Madrid? Go for it. Savage, you go first.
If everyone's fit.
Yeah.
Oh, just a regular midfield. Henderson.
Fit. I'm a cheat. I'm gonna go with the current situation.
Oh, okay. Well, current situation is Klopp said that Fabinho will play in it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He said that anyway. He said he should be fit for the final. So it will be Fabinho, Henderson, and Naby. I wouldn't be trying to change anything at a cup final. So yeah, that's my midfield.
I wanted Fab to be out for this convo so I can just hear the different variations of the mock-up feel. But if Fab's fit, he's in there. Hendo without a shout. Do you think it might be a toss-up between Milner and Naby for the start?
Said this a while
I'd start
ago.
Milner.
Yeah, I'll start Milner, bring Naby on if can go crazy.
I said this a while ago.
Yeah, me too.
I said, don't be surprised you have a midfield of Fab, Thiago, and Hendo in our midfield in the Champions League final.
Actually, no, I take that back. I don't like that midfield. I would.
I just got a feeling, I'm telling you.
No, I don't think. No, I can't do that. I'll probably go Fab, Hendo, and maybe a Jones or Elliott.
Jones.
Yeah.
The good thing about Real Madrid's midfield is they're not pacey. That's that's normal. They kind of match Fabinho's pace, if anything. So he doesn't have to worry about Casemiro and Cruz running past him. Modric can burst into life every now and again. But
you don't want to go old for old. Real Madrid all day. Yeah. What you saying, Edward?
Yeah, that's why I'm so worried about Thiago missing the game a lot, because we need that technical level up against Modric and Cruz.
He ain't playing, man. He's hamstringing it.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then hope Fabinho, Hendo, and I think I'll go for Jones as well.
Yeah.
Because I think his energy and his what if Madrid play a low block against us, I want someone who can run from midfield into the box and willing to take shots. And if that's the case, that will mean Madrid back line will have to move up and allow the front three space. So
Agreed.
It could be a backup for. It could be a redemption for Naby. Didn't we bring him on against one of them?
Yeah, he got took off at half time last year.
He could be around redemption. Yeah. Question: do we need a backup for Salah, guys?
Not a backup, but we need somebody to challenge him. Yeah. If it's a backup, they will have someone who's not good enough, and then he'll just never play. I want somebody I want someone to do what Diaz has done on the other side to make people think, because Jota scored them goals and he doesn't start now. So I want that same situation. Salah's going anyway, man. I can tell. I could tell from earlier, bro. He's gone.
He plays for West Ham.
He's gone because of your comments, Savage, talking about we need backup. We don't need nothing over there but Salah. You need to say it, and so you can feel it.
Salah's leaving, bro.
Good.
I said as soon as Mbappe stayed at PSG, Madrid are going to come.
That's what I said. As soon as Mbappe stayed, I said Salah. They're coming in for Salah tomorrow, big man.
Yeah, there's no one else. There's no one else in the world that they'd go for. Suarez ain't no. Suarez's legs are gone. That'd be bad business if it gets.
Nah, Suarez. He tests my morals too much. Suarez does, man.
Question: how do we break down low block teams?
We've done it all season.
We do break down low block teams.
We've done it all season. Only Tottenham we didn't get. Actually, we still got through them. We just didn't get through them more than once. But
yeah. So yeah, I think it's a bit of a.
How about more? What's that word I'm looking for? Tiki taka play. You know those.
Yeah, we need it. Yeah.
Well, we'll have people like Carvalho in that coming in the summer.
Right. Yeah, because I was saying Firmino ain't doing that much this season.
Yeah. To be real, that tiki taka stuff. Harvey and Minamino was doing it in the last game, innit?
Yeah,
they were doing it more than I've ever seen.
We're not seeing it from the regular 11.
Yeah. I agree.
That's why I said it. But Jamie made a good point about Carvalho because I haven't seen Bobby did it much this season.
Bobby's got soft feet, man. He passes the ball too soft.
Yeah. But Bobby's got pillow feet. I mean, that man ain't doing it. I mean, he's got Ox could have played bad, but he's a diva.
Hey, his missus was there today, though. She was on the pitch, bro. I said, yeah, big up her, man. Little mix on that. Yeah, I love Perry, man.
That'd be all over Instagram. Jamie, do you think we'll go strong on Saturday? Yes.
If we don't do that final,
that front three is playing against.
Salomon and Diaz.
Into London to see another front three other than that.
Salah.
I don't know the game yet, but I need to figure that out.
Salah is going up against the worst left back at a league side I've ever seen in Mendy at Real Madrid. Man's terrible. Diaz is going to run Carvajal into the ground.
I just want to say something as well because about this game. Everyone, fans, pundits, everyone's saying, "Oh, Vinicius Junior is going to absolutely rinse Trent, and we have to. It's going to be all about Vinicius and going at him."
Go on, Edward. Go on, son. Go on.
It's all about Vinicius, don't it? Truth is, it's all going to be about Trent. Real Madrid have to worry about Trent, as well as us worrying about Vinicius. So all this hype about Vinicius, yes, he's no doubt a great player, and no doubt he will be important for Madrid. But don't get it wrong, Real Madrid are equally as worried about Trent as we are about Vinicius.
Yeah, facts.
And I don't hear that often from people talking, pundits about this game. Oh, Vinicius is going to do this. Vinicius is going to do that. He may well do, but so is Trent for us.
Big facts.
Big facts. And you know what? We're going to end it there on that fact. Big up, Edward. Guys, I am back for another. We're going to try and get together Wednesday night if you're all free, because that's when I want to do my end of season awards, and we'll go through it all. And we'll rate all the players this season. We'll give a season rating to all the players as well, and give out our players. So we're doing Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, and Breakthrough Player of the Year. Doesn't have to be a certain age, just a Breakthrough Player of the Year for Liverpool Football Club. And we look at our season as a whole. We're going to look back at all the games. So have a good old one. So if you're all available Wednesday night around about 8 p.m, everyone available for that?
Be there, man. Be there, Jamie.
Yeah.
Look out in the week as well, Jamie, because like I said, I'm going to do a video on Liverpool by numbers, just through stats. Because I want to break them down a little bit. I've wrote down the last couple of seasons, barring last season with the injuries.
Don't break them down too much, man.
No. It's all right, man. To be fair, I've got them all in front of me on paper, and you'd actually people are going to be surprised that how the stats
inside man, Savage. What are you doing?
Now, trust me, you're going to be surprised because obviously the narrative of this season, you'll be surprised of how similar the stats are that we've got this season to the previous seasons. They're very similar, man. So it's going to be interesting.
All right, guys. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with my final weekend Premier League review tomorrow.
Big up, man.
Around 12:30. So, guys, from me, from the guys, see you all soon. Big up, everybody.